People are angry. With AquaPlex in Fort Lauderdale and Birdcage Cabaret in Key West closing this week, employees are sad and in shock. But now they're getting another blow to an already shaky financial future. It appears the management of the clubs were not paying payroll taxes. That means the employees aren't eligible for unemployment. Now former employee Stephen Bell posted on social media, quote, "I found out that AquaPlex Pride Holdings hasn't reported a single cent of my earnings to the government, but are taking taxes out. Where are these taxes going? I don't know, because the government doesn't have them," end quote. Similar payroll issues have been reported at Lip Chicago, which is owned by the same company. Others say they're holding back until after this final weekend, with Charlize Angel Lord saying, quote, "My ass hairs have never been singed more than they are right now. I got lots to say after this weekend, and I can't wait." China Stacks Hilton echoed that sentiment, saying, quote, "Imagine a job taking out taxes from your check for 7 months, promising you that it would be backdated on your account, only to find out once you're not with said job anymore, they haven't paid anything. Don't worry, I'll let the IRS deal with y'all," end quote. Other queens are just simply devastated. Voz Allen wrote, quote, "It's very hard to wrap my head around all the things that have transpired. I'm still in shock." There is still one weekend left, and the AquaPlex staff is holding its final show, Our Last Dance, this Sunday at 2 o'clock. This story has so many different angles. I'm going to be reporting on this, I know, Monday and Wednesday next week when I'm here. There are just so many things popping out. So many people are getting hurt. The damage is not confined to South Florida. Unfortunately, I'm going to take a bigger look at that on Monday. But so many legacy bars are not thriving under this management plan.
What is the reason for, is it that just people aren't frequenting the establishments? Like why are they closing all of these establishments at the same time? Because also, sorry to interrupt you, absolutely. That Aqua, the drag part of in Key West at least, they closed a week ago, right?
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago. And that's part of the same.
They started that way.
Yeah, okay. So it started with that. So now we're adding more to it. So what is the reason for all of this closing?
Well, in this case, they haven't paid rent.
Yeah.
They're being evicted.
Okay.
That's why they were kicked out in Key West. At that time, 2 weeks ago, they said the Birdcage is fine. It will continue to operate. Unfortunately, now it's closing. So why they didn't pay the rent? If they don't have money, if they haven't been generating enough revenue, I can't speak to that. But I know that Key West was given a summons by the Monroe County tax collectors in June. The Oakland Park location was given a utility shutoff notice. Apparently they were able to pay that. They were given a 3 days to evacuate notice in May by their landlord. Apparently they made enough payment to get through this week. This week will be 2 months since they got that note. So I don't know why they're not paying. I just know that the taxes and the rent is coming due, and they're not paying, so they're closing.
I mean, is there any way that like another bar or bar owner can step in and do something to assist with the situation?
Probably here in Fort Lauderdale is more feasible, but I feel for those poor people in Key West. They don't have many options.
No, there's not so few bars. Right?
I mean, I know there are other drag bars here in South Florida, but Key West, I mean, that's about it, right? Is that and 801? Is that right?
I mean, I think I'm not. Financial journalism is not my wheelhouse. So I want to be very clear when I say this is
we don't know.
very, very speculative. And I don't want to say anything libelous or slanderous. But I believe the assets themselves are very troubled. Someone couldn't just come. You'd have to get someone else who wants to open a drag venue to come in to this space and completely, and start from scratch. I believe the liquor license in Key West was foreclosed on. That they were supposed to pay.
That's really expensive.
It was an interest-only loan with $7,600 a month payments that I believe has been defaulted on. There may be other loans against other liquor license. People are saying that. I haven't heard that. Or
Right. So basically what you're saying is that we don't know the state of how they were running their business. So maybe somebody doesn't want to step up just to bail out if they find that the way that they were running the business was not quite correct. And you'll see, I guess, these drag queens that are going to come out soon and talk about maybe certain things that are there. So, yeah, it's a horrible. I go to Key West all the time.
Yeah.
And so I love those places. In fact, Aqua, the drag shows, there's been some of the best drag shows I've ever seen in my life. And some of those queens, they are so talented. And I saw they have a GoFundMe up there on social media. So I don't know if you can look. It says to help them get through the summer.
Yeah.
I guess until they, get land on their feet.
Some are doing that. I know several benefits are being planned. Those details are being finalized. I'm going to bring those to us next week, but they're not going to be for at least a couple of weeks. So we've got time to promote those.
For sure.
But yeah, I love seeing the community come together, but there is so much to this story that I'm going to be reporting on this for a very long time to come, unfortunately.
No, it's going to be one of those stories for sure that continues. We're going to continue learning more, and quite frankly, some of it may not be things that we want to hear because it's very difficult. But that is to imagine what this is going to look like, because it's such an engine for our community. And I love here in AquaPlex, just out in Fort Lauderdale, we're thinking about. It bridges the communities between straight people and the LGBTQ community and in ways that are really important. It's just outside the drive. I think it's been this really important space, to say nothing of almost 20 years, right? Before it was Lips.
It was Lips before, but and they came in 2 years ago and did a great renovation of this place. The part that, aside from the human factor, the part that hurts the most is that AquaPlex Oakland Park, Fort Lauderdale, was a purpose-built drag venue,
right?
Like the pub and other places. No shade to them, but they put in a small stage.
No, we don't.
And they do their thing. Aqua was.
That's what it was
designed for this, and that's what really is going to hurt the most, because I have covered so many pageants
and
there,
it's a full-time job for folks there.
Right.
It's a full-time job, so it's devastating.
I do. Please keep an eye out for all the upcoming benefits and ways that you can support, our community. It's so important more than ever to keep an eye on. Thank you for the reporting on all this and everything you do, and we'll keep an eye out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.